Hey everybody, it's me, your buddy Dave, the host of the Dark Stuff channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. As always, it is appreciated. Today, folks, I got news about the replacements. This is some great news, and it's something that serious diehard fans have been waiting for a very long time. Well, in case you didn't figure it out, I'm talking about the Let It Be expanded edition, deluxe edition, whatever they're calling it, box set, which is coming out now October 24th. It was just announced this morning. Pre-sale is up. Let me tell you what we're talking about. So, of course, it's the Let It Be record, the Replacement's third full-length album, fourth kind of album overall, if you count Stink as an album and not as an EP. And, you know, I don't know, let's not get into that whole thing. But with all of these box sets and collections and expanded editions that have come out over the years, it was weird that Let It Be wasn't one of them, and it celebrated its 40th anniversary in 2024, and I think at the time I commented that they missed their window for getting the 40th anniversary, but apparently that didn't really matter. So they're doing the Let It Be Deluxe. There's four different versions, and then one thing that's just a t-shirt that's separate. So there is a Let It Be Deluxe version, which is 4 LPs, a 10-inch, and a t-shirt. There's the Let It Be Deluxe Edition, 3 CDs and a t-shirt. There's the 4 LPs, a 10-inch, no t-shirt. There's the 3 CDs by themselves, and then the t-shirt sold separately. So a lot of really cool stuff in this setup. This one's a little different because the previous Rhino ones have been like 3 or 4 CDs and then 1 vinyl record. And then I know a lot of people were complaining because they didn't like that setup and what was chosen as the vinyl and what was okay, so this time they're just doing them totally separately. There's a CD version, there's a vinyl version, and never do they meet, right? The only overlap is maybe the t-shirt, which looks pretty cool, and you can buy it separately. So this one does have all of the bonus tracks that were released on this. They Let It Be expanded. That came out a while ago, so that was like 8 bonus tracks. There's a whole bunch more. There's a brand new version, an outtake of Androgynous that is now on YouTube that they're playing, where all the parts were just sort of pieced together for the first time. A couple of new songs, Who's Gonna Take Us Alive, Street Girl, a couple others. But if you're familiar with the Replacements tape trading circles, you may have heard those songs. What's also really cool about this is there is another full-length live album of a show that I was completely unfamiliar with. It was recorded in August of 1984 at the Cubby Bear in Chicago. And then, if you get on it early enough and you get that 10-inch, that 10-inch is actually recorded at City Gardens in New Jersey, February 11th of, I think, 1985. And so it's not a full-length album, but it is bonus, and it's not that same live album. So that's pretty cool. You got 2 bonus things. The City Gardens is a soundboard, and the tape from Cubby Bear is an audience recording. So hopefully, I'm sure they're going to jazz it up and make it sound really, really good. So I'm not super worried about that. Now, one thing that's different from this collection to all of the other ones is that Bob Mehr, the Replacements biographer and the guy who's written all the liner notes in all of these box sets, is not involved in this one. So I don't exactly know what the parting is. I'm sure it's not personal. I'm sure it's just business or whatever. But the person who is writing the liner notes for this edition is a woman named Elizabeth Nelson, who is a contributor over at Pitchfork, and she has written a lot of other stuff on music, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not claiming to know. And I'm not like automatically going to say, oh, well, this is no good because Bob Mehr's not there. I mean, I love Bob Mehr. His writing is fantastic. But my feeling is that when he made a post a couple months ago that said that his time with this project was over, I felt like he was saying his contract was up and that they're going to continue on, and maybe he's going to sign a new contract, maybe he's not. I don't know how that works. I didn't know that you even signed contracts to do stuff like this. So I don't understand the business. So a slight disappointment there, but I'm sure that the writer is going to be good. I mean, they're not going to hire just some slouch. So this is interesting because I just saw an interview with Tommy, and he was talking about how it's not the members of the Replacements that really want all this stuff out, these box sets and everything, the deluxe editions, that he's like, me and Chris and Bob, or me and Chris and Paul, the band, don't really care about this stuff. We're doing this the fans want it. We don't really care. A song is an outtake for a reason. It didn't make it for a reason, and that's kind of why that's his attitude. And I know a lot of artists that think like that, but I mean, I'm just like, when you've been broken up for 35 years, who cares? Just put out everything. It's like the Beatles or whatever. I mean, I would actually listen to recordings of the Replacements just dinking around in the studio and laughing and shit. I think that would be interesting. I hope that's not what they're doing for this box set, by the way. Anyways, I wanted to get this information out to you as soon as possible. You go to rhino.com. You can do a pre-order on it right now. You can get all the various editions. I went for the full Monty, okay? I got the 4 LPs, the 10-inch, the T-shirt. I want it all, okay? I may even go back and order the CDs just to have. We'll see. Maybe I can wait for that for retail. But in the past, I have said that I was done ordering direct from Rhino because they ship it after release date, so you don't get it right away. And I thought about that, and I almost was just like, F it, I'll just wait till we get to the release date in October. But then I did want that 10-inch. I didn't see a other way of getting it, and I'm just going to have to lighten up. And I'll wait a couple of days, I guess. If you buy it in the store, it'll be October 24th. If you buy it online, it could be like the 27th or the 28th before you get it. But I will have the T-shirt and the 10-inch. And maybe you won't if you get it at the retail store. I don't know. They probably will have a tote bag or something too. So anyways, look, I'm done. I'm rambling here. New Replacements, Let It Be, Deluxe Edition, coming out October 24th. Rhino.com is where you can pre-order it now. Thanks a lot, everybody. This has been The Dark Stuff. Take care.